Yo, it's your boy, Navajo Sterling. We are back post-fight, UFC Fight Night Perth, 4 from 4 City Kickboxing. And me, I got the win again, 3-0 in the UFC, but 3 decisions. Call me the decision, what is it? The decision merchant, bro. I'll sell them, bro. I'm selling you I'm selling the decisions, man. You need a decision, bro, you come to me, bro. I'll decide for you. Yeah, successful fight week. All the boys got the win. UFC Perth was crazy. Whole fight week was just, I felt like I was in the Izzy High Life fight week. We're at Crown Perth, celebrating post-fight, but even just on fight week, everything was just luxurious. So I had to make that sort of mental note to just focus and lock in, which I felt like I did, even though, I went to a decision again. If I didn't let you know that already. The guy was tough. He was tough, man. I credit to Bellato. He pulled up with the fight. I couldn't hit him flush. He had a good game plan, just kind of keep pressing forward and pushing me against the fence. And yeah, it's just another one of those fights where we're gonna have to stack off it, build, and get better. At the end of the day, it beats losing. So here we are, and yeah, ready to go.
During fight week, it was much of the same old?
Fight week is a little bit different. I've been used to just fighting on my own for the past 3 fights before that. Being overseas with just Eugene, Mike, or just quite a small team. So having the big team was a bit of an adjustment, and just all of the logistics going to and from the different hotels, and having to weigh myself on the official scales as opposed to just some store-bought scales. That was kind of inconvenient, as opposed to, just being at the fighter hotel. Everything is right there for you, and you can just kind of go back up to your room. As well as the weather was really, really hot and that, so I had to be careful about getting too drained on the fight week as well. But other than that, you zig, you zag, you should have done this or that. We still got through it all good and made it to the fight.
I just want to touch on whether it's something to do with the weight cut or the time you fought, but did either of those two things affect the fight?
Yeah, I think I always try to focus, push that stuff aside, but I think looking back, the rehydration was only 24 hours as opposed to 36 was what we've been used to. And just, fighting early as in the morning, having to wake up and get your body used to those different times. It does probably play a little bit. I usually eat a lot more on the fight day, and that day I didn't really eat as much just because I don't want to go in too heavy. And I felt a little bit heavier than usual before coming out. I think when he first shot in on me and was pressing me against the fence, I was oof, I don't want to blow my load here. So that could have been a part of it, but you never know. You just kind of guess it as you look back. I always try to not worry about certain things on fight week and just go out there and do my thing anyways.
You mentioned you're actually pretty disappointed with yourself coming out. Yeah. But in saying that, Eugene said post-fight in an interview that you fought technically perfectly, you executed the game plan perfectly. So does that kind of create a confliction in how you kind of feel like you performed in your fight?
I just wanted to get this one out of the way, just to prove to everyone I can obviously finish opponents, which I haven't done yet. So that's what it was for me. But I do look at the plus sides of getting the experience. I was able to defend all the takedowns. Other than that, I think at the end of the second, I just went for a spinning elbow and obviously got caught deep on the body lock. But I felt like I defended all the takedowns. I took him down. I outstruck him in the clinch, and I just had a lot of options on the back foot, and just kind of had to dig through a harder fight than what you anticipate it to be, because there's a whole trend that you see with all the guys that they get their first round finishes and they get to the deep rounds and they fold, and I guess that goes to show that I don't fold. I stay in it, and I'm still able to make smart decisions even when I'm tired. Yeah, I think it's just a testament to the way I fight and my team and coaches. So that's the plus side. That is the plus side. These are the wins I think over time, like I'm so young, when I get my groove going, those fights will age well. I think people are going to look back on those and in the next 10 to 12 fights and be like, shit, this guy was onto something, you know. These fights will age well, I believe, and yeah, it is what it is.
An interesting person who had that similar opinion was MMA Guru. He's actually quite a fan of yours.
Oh, really?
And yeah, in his breakdown, he's like, you guys, surely you see what I see in Nav. He just kind of needs to find his groove and his timing. He's still really green in the sport. So
yeah,
is it cool to have that kind of recognition from someone in the community?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, obviously he's like very controversial person, but I enjoy watching him. I actually watch his fights. I watch the UFC fights with his commentary playing over the normal commentary, you know, just because I find him funny in that as well. But yeah, that's big for me. I appreciate his opinion on things.
I know you guys see what I'm seeing in Sterling, right? He is good, and when he rips those body shots, you're like, damn, light heavyweights don't do shit like that, you know? And when he lands certain shots, you start thinking, wow, the way this guy throws hooks in the pocket and the way this guy tees off in combination, this is good for the light heavyweight division, you know? This is good stuff.
I didn't really have a amateur background, or like, even though I come from kickboxing, I wasn't on like Israel's level or Alex Pereira's, you know. I didn't fight two-time glory champion or nothing like that. I was just a local New Zealand King of the Ring champion. So really, like, I didn't even reach the highest levels of kickboxing, and now I'm coming over to MMA. I didn't have an amateur background. I just kind of got straight into the UFC off of like 4 fights. So yeah, I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job in terms of like mixing in the grappling as well, you know. With the way I train and how often I want to fight and my attention to detail, we will get there. We will 100% get there. It's just taking it each little by little, and we will become champion. So mark my words, man, we're coming.
Having the whole crew there, have you got, now that you've had both, you've got a preference? Being alone or having a deep team?
There's like pros and cons, but I like one or the other, and then I'm just like, actually, nah, fuck that, like, you know. So it's one of those ones. Yeah, definitely new one for me. But you're gonna have to get used to it, you know, because if we're fighting in Aussie, they're gonna stack all of the boys on there. And I love going to Aussie, man. I love Australia.
In the post-fight speech, you weren't shy of calling out a certain fighter. What's that looking like? And are there any other names on the table that you want to?
Yep. The Ibo call out.
Ibo Aslan, if you're listening, I think you're fucking dog shit. Let's fucking run.
Well, that's a fight I'd like to see. Let's hear it for your winner, Navajo Sterling, ladies and gentlemen.
Just I thought it'd be a good fight, and yeah, I saw a lot of hype on the guy from Europe, and I just thought, man, I don't really see the hype. Like, I see a big, strong athlete, but I didn't see anything that I thought that I couldn't do better with his record on that at the time. When coming to UFC, I just felt like I'd be a better fighter than him. He also was supposed to fight on that fight night against Taffa, co-main, might I add, and he's coming off like two losses. I'm like, how we got a guy who's been losing above me? You know, I just didn't understand that. I don't care, to be honest, as well. Like, when you fight low on the card, it's mean because then you can just get it out of the way and sit back and watch. But it just made no sense in my head. So yeah, and he obviously had a pull out. So if he wants to fight for the year ends, I'll 100% fight him. But I don't think they will take that fight because they probably will be like, shit, this guy's too good for us. So it is what it is. I think a more sensible fight, probably Modestas Bukauskas. I wouldn't mind fighting him. Maybe Jimmy Crew. I think they're both on a tear. The only ones I can think of right now that are on the tier outside of the rankings. They could have ranked fights lined up, so I don't know about that. I did hear Jimmy say he didn't want to fight till next year, so I'm not waiting that long. I'd rather fight now. I don't know if Modestus has got a fight, but someone wants to clip this up and ask him if he wants to go before the year ends, then somebody put that out there.
What's the most out the gate Turkish comment you've got after doing that call out?
Oh, I don't know. I think even one fine Turkish lady was saying to me like, "Oh, do you hate Turkey or something?" I was like, "No, I don't hate Turkey. Like, I don't get what the people think I hate Turkey for, man. They bless me, man. They bless me, man. I love that country. I need to go back, you know." But yeah, I think they are like a proud people. So I'm hoping he gets his rep up and calls me back out. We need some storylines, man. We need something, bro. I guess it's hard for me to like have a storyline because I never really went in. I never really been nowhere, you know. I never been like training overseas, or I don't have no past at this other gym with this guy. I just kind of just been at CKB my whole life. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I gotta, next time I fly over to a fight, I gotta push someone over or give someone the fingers or something, you know, or maybe get with someone's girlfriend or something, bro. I don't know. We need to kick something off though, but.
Made the trek back to NZ. What have you been up to? You know, you started on your sleeve again?
What I've been up to, yeah, I got the sleeve done. Those who don't know, I'm big gamer, big Souls fan. My favorite Souls game, Sekiro. I had to get my boy Genichiro on my arm. He's the lightning boss, I think. The 3-phase boss. So I had to get him. I'm probably gonna fill in the rest around it. I was thinking about getting like the headless ape or something on my elbow. Headless ape boss as well. And yeah, just piecing it together, it's starting to come through, looking fire. I haven't seen anybody have a sleeve like this, so yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm actually gonna get my other arm done tomorrow as well. So see how that looks. And yeah, just still training, getting back in the gym, trying to get fit, and just watching the tape back, put more content out hopefully, to let you guys know what I do behind the scenes. And I'm thinking about taking a trip somewhere to go train as well, so could be some travel vlogs on the way, you never know. But either way, man, we're getting active. Team Sterling getting active. All I know is I'm trying to stay ready to fight as soon as they let me know, so let's go.
Just because it's the hot topic in the MMA world at the moment is the UFC White House card. Thoughts, feelings? I also want to know, do you think New Zealand could slot in on there somehow, some way? Who is that person?
The closest right now to New Zealand being on a White House card, I feel like it would be Dan or Carlos. If Dan smashes Armin and then, I don't know, somehow kicks the beef off, he'd be the closest. Him and maybe Carlos. Maybe Carlos deletes Yuri and then they do a massive one with Potan, or maybe he deletes Potan and they go him and Yuri next. I don't know. I feel like that, but those two are the closest for sure.
Anything we forgot?
No.
Anything you want to throw out there?
Fuck you, motherfucker! Wait, where's my crown, bro? Oh, God. I am the king. Fuck you. Nah. Just this one, bro. Fuck.
Interview done. Finn.
Yes, sir.